California Family Council, where I work to protect and defend truth and fairness in girls' sports. Today, you're going to hear from a group of incredibly brave women. School board members who are standing publicly to defend the rights of female athletes and demand accountability. A California teacher who lost her job for simply stating that she would not allow a boy into the girls' locker room. And most powerfully, you'll hear from the female athletes themselves. Girls who should only be focused on competing today, but instead have been forced to take a stand, raise their voices, and speak out against the unfairness of having to compete against a male athlete. All because CIF refuses to do their job and protect girls' sports. I never imagined I would have to be here, fighting for the same opportunities I had growing up as a female athlete in this state for these girls. But I am here, and I won't stop speaking out until girls' sports in California are safe, fair, and protected again. Right behind us at Yorba Linda High School, the Division III CIF Track and Field preliminaries are taking place. And right now, a male is ranked first in the girls' long jump, triple jump, and high jump. He will be competing throughout the day and will be advancing to the finals, taking a spot away from a deserving girl. This is not inclusion, this is not progress, this is erasure. It's a direct attack on Title IX, which was designed to give girls equal opportunities, not to force them to compete against boys and pretend that's equality. To the California Interscholastic Federation, you have a responsibility. You were entrusted to protect the integrity of high school sports in this state. And right now, you are failing our girls. So today, we call on CIF to take 3 clear steps. Clarify your policies, make it clear that girls' sports are exclusively for females, comply with federal Title IX protections, which exist to safeguard female athletic opportunities, and commit to restoring truth and fairness based on biological reality, not ideology. And let me be clear, this has nothing to do with hate. This is about truth, it's about science, it's about every girl who's trained early mornings, lifted weights, and run miles to reach this level, only to be told her spot doesn't belong to her anymore. I've spoken to the girls impacted by this. They're heartbroken, they're confused, they've been told to sit down and be silent to avoid controversy. But today they are choosing to speak. And I'm asking everyone listening, parents, students, and coaches to stand with us. Sign the petition at californiafamily.org, use your voice, and tell CIF that California will not be silent while girls are pushed off the podium. We launched this petition just 3 days ago, and already more than 2,600 people have signed, and that number is growing by the hour. The people of California are watching, they care, and they are demanding that CIF does better. Girls' sports are worth protecting. Our daughters, sisters, and teammates are worth fighting for. Thank you.
I first want to take a minute to thank everyone here. I want to thank my coaches for helping me get to this moment. I want to thank my family, my friends, my community, and my school for your constant support and encouragement. It means more than you know it. I also want to thank everyone that messaged me to show their support. This definitely has been a life-changing experience. I have learned a lot from it. For me, it comes down to an issue of fairness. Men and women are biologically different, period. There are certain advantages that males have that a female can never obtain. No matter how hard we train, how many hours we put in, the reality will always stay the same, that men and women are different. Allowing a male to compete in a female sport is taking away opportunities from hardworking girls. And unfortunately today, this could become a reality and take away 3 spots from deserving females. To me, this just doesn't seem fair. CIF is doing nothing to protect us, female athletes. They are in violation of Title IX and something needs to be done. CIF, step up and do what's right and protect and save girls' sports. I want to quickly shout out Riley Gaines, who has been a huge role model for me and who has given me advice and guidance that will carry on with me forever. One point I want to bring up that she told me was that sometimes you have to stand up for what's right and others will follow. See, here I am today standing proud to tell you all this isn't fair. I will still bring it my all today and compete as I usually do, so thank you and good luck to the rest of the athletes.
Women have fought long and hard to have the right to compete and attain goals specifically for women.
We want to show respect and fairness to all people. However, allowing biological men to compete against biological girls creates an unfair playing field. It strips girls of their right to compete in a safe and fair environment. Athletics were split into men's and women's decades ago. Why, if not because there is an obvious and unfair advantage that biological males have against women? We're disheartened by the adults who are not willing to stand up for the rights of biological females in high school athletics. And I want to thank everyone who's standing up and fighting for us and fighting for all the female athletes who are being forced to compete against this. And good luck to all the athletes today.
Good luck today. Good luck, girls. Oh, wait.
Check. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for the support. My name is Dan Slavin. I'm the father of Kaitlyn Slavin, the athlete from Riverside King High School that started this lawsuit quite a few months ago. Again, just thank you, everybody, for attending and for all the support. It's a shame that we're at this moment right now where we're really doing this. It's unreal. I'm not political. I'm not, I don't get involved on either side so much, but when I sit here, I focus on common sense. And that's what these shirts represent, that this is completely common sense. And I know 98% of the people out there agree. I talk to people on all sides of the table. I've said before that I have family members that are gay or part of the LGBTQ community, and they even agree that boys should not be competing in women's sports. It goes far beyond the track today. Out there we do have one person that's probably going to win 3 events, take 3 medals, 3 championships, but they already took 3 spots from people being here today. They're taking 3 spots from people moving on. In my daughter's situation, when they had a state meet in cross country, there was a person who was in 13th spot that didn't get the 12th spot. They missed out on an opportunity to bond with their teammates and go up to Clovis and have that 2-3 day experience up there. So it's much more than just winning, much more than just scholarships. They're missing out on experiences. Like I said, it goes far beyond the track field. Everybody says it's just 1 or 2 people that are going through this. At our local city, we have a couple water polo players, we have a couple track athletes, we've seen people in flag football, people on the soccer fields, people on the volleyball court, people on the basketball court. CIF needs to make a change. When you say it's just a few people, 1 person on a basketball team is 20% of the starting lineup. That's 20% too many. If we keep letting this go, that's going to be 2 out of 5 on the basketball team on the starting lineup. Might as well just make this co-ed sports if we're not going to make change. So again, I appreciate the support. I appreciate you being out here. I pray that you guys all sign up and make your voices heard. With that, this is my daughter. You want to say anything?
Hi, I'm Kaitlyn Slavin. I'm a 15-year-old athlete at Martin Luther King High School. I just want to speak on behalf of me and Taylor. I wasn't prepared to come up here today, but I do have a few things to say. I'd like to start off with the fact that how many athletes at King High School that are affected by this is unnoticed, and I think it's so unfair the fact that people are just throwing out the fact that there's not that many athletes, because I don't want to get to the point one day where I'm competing against boys only. It's not fair, it's not right, and I just want to say CIF, take notice. And thank you for all the support, everybody.
Alright, hello, my name is Jessica Tapia. Many of you might know or remember me as the physical education teacher who was fired in 2023 for stating it would be against my Christian beliefs to call students by their preferred pronouns, lie to parents about their own child's well-being, and let boys in my girls' locker room. Progress and inclusion, if you haven't noticed, has gone way too far. When teachers and coaches' jobs are at risk because they refuse to take part in a lie and simply want fairness and protection for their students and athletes. Minutes from now, we are going to watch a boy by the name of A.B. Hernandez from Parupa Valley High School, the school I was once an athlete, coach, and teacher at, be allowed to compete in 3 girls' events as if he were a girl. Let's be clear, the results from today's CIF meet in the girls' long jump, triple jump, and high jump will all be skewed because of this. Allowing a boy who thinks and feels he is a girl to compete against actual girls is blatant cheating and quite frankly criminal. As a mother of 3 young children, I honestly can't wrap my mind around how any parent can possibly tolerate the opposite sex entering their daughter's private changing space and then go and rob her of her medals, records, and opportunities as a real female athlete. AB 1266 is called the School Success and Opportunity Act, and yet it's negatively affecting the success of young female athletes and robbing them of the opportunities that Title IX was specifically created to give girls. This corrupt law is what CIF and school districts are hiding under. And we're here to say we see you and you can't hide. We're not backing down until you do what's right. Last month, we tried to bring forward legislation to save girls' sports, but our Capitol is ran by corrupted Democrats who don't think girls deserve to be protected. So we're doing what has to be done for over a decade now that should have been done, and we're legally challenging AB 1266 in the courts as we speak. Advocates for Faith and Freedom enacted the Save Girls Sports lawsuit when two brave female athletes from King High School took a stand for biological truth and the sad reality that we need to save girls' sports. Taylor and Kaitlyn here next to me were disciplined for using their freedom of speech, yet remained bold enough to seek justice and fight for safety and fair play for all female athletes in California and beyond. Many don't know what to do in a situation like this. We know what's right, but we live in a state that uplifts and justifies what's wrong. Here are some things you can do. Sign California Family Council's policy or petition urging CIF to comply with Title IX and protect girls. If you are the parent of athletes, connect with me to join our Save Girls Sports Association, which will strengthen our lawsuit against AB 1266. And most of all, use your voice to speak truth and love, and pray to Jesus, who sees all and calls us more than conquerors if we only step into the battle and stop being silent in the face of evil. Thank you.
I just want to say one more thing. I've noticed throughout the year some things that are very disappointing to me. And I want to apologize to all the previous record holders whose records are getting broken by this boy. Just recently at the league finals, triple jump records were broken by 3 feet, long jump records by a couple feet, and the high jump records by a couple feet. So truly, as we are here today, girls are being erased out of the record books. So I want to apologize to those girls. That's a shame and that's unfair. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Sonia Shaw. I'm a mom of 2 amazing female athletes and also the president of Chino Valley Unified. I stand here as a voice for many, I would say thousands of people around California and the nation. And I'm someone who refuses to not back down when truth, fairness, and our children are under attack. What's happening here today isn't just a race. It's a line in the sand. A biological boy is dominating, and I don't even want to use biological boy. A boy is dominating in a girls' event. Let's say that again. A boy is dominating in the girls' events. And I'm here to say enough is enough. This is wrong. I received a cease and desist letter from the mother of this boy, A.B. Hernandez, for speaking the truth alongside Jessica Tapia. And you know where that document is? Ripped up in the trash where it belongs. Woo! Let me be clear. I also authorized a resolution that school boards across California are bringing forward right now. It's passed in Chino, Temecula, Redlands, Marietta. Other board members are reaching out because they are the voice in this good fight to protect them. We are linking arms boldly, standing up and saying to our girls, we see you, we hear you, and we will fight for you until common sense wins. I have Leandra Blades from Placentia, Yorba Linda that's standing behind me. She also brought it forward alongside Riverside, Amanda. They brought it forward, it did not pass, but what it showed the community is the truth on who is making these decisions for their girls. So please, board members, even if you don't have the majority, you got to start somewhere. In 2026, my biggest goal is to make sure communities across California elect members who are going to stand up and say no. We here in Chino Valley, along other boards in California, have gotten sued by Newsom, Bonta, and Thurman. Let them sue us. Let them show the world what they are and the cowards that they stand as, and when they don't protect our girls. This madness, when young women are forced to compete against men, is setting fire to the rights we fought so hard to secure under Title IX. Our girls are being sidelined, their records shattered, their dreams stolen, and all while we're trying to protect a boy's feelings. You know what? One day these boys are going to look back and say those adults stood for truth. And one day they are going to probably try to reach out to you and tell you thank you because others have lied to me. I believe that in my heart, and I speak with authority when I say that the truth will win and prevail. We are not just talking. Trust me, we are on the ground fighting. I'm Sophia Lorey, and many of us, including I see many faces here, have went to CIF. We have spoke the truth year after year, standing in front of them, telling them to stop being cowards. Private conversations with those in CIF, they have told us that they know that this is wrong, but yet they stand there as most of them men, just cowards watching girls being erased. Enough is enough. Look, guys, in Chino, we passed an action item calling on President Trump to intervene. Everybody thinks this fight was over when he signed, the resolution in DC just not too long ago, right? It's not over. California has doubled down. The sick political cartel of California, Newsom, Bonta, the rest of them, had doubled down. Look, we're asking for President Trump to pull the funding. No money in the world is worth our girls being hurt. We have to have the funding pulled so girls can win. That is the truth. We waited long enough. Every day delayed is another girl hurt, another girl left behind, another family silenced because they're bullied. Trust me, I get it. I get death threats all the time alongside many that stand behind me. But you know what it shows us? Those are the same people that want to threaten and hurt our girls. And I say, threaten us all you want. We'll stand in front of those girls to protect them. We need bold leadership, not political theater. Our daughters don't deserve to be part of some radical experiment here. They deserve fairness. They deserve protection. They deserve a chance to win on a level playing field. So to the girls here today, we see you. We believe in you. And we're not backing down. We're going to fight the good fight until this nonsense is over and you get your rightful place on that podium. This is the hill we will die on. Let me say that again. We will die on this hill and we will not stop. Let's stop this madness once and for all. God bless you, and may God protect you as you fight the good fight to protect our children. Our daughter's future depends on it, and I'm in this fight with you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Leandra Blades and I'm a trustee with the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District. And right now we're standing in front of Yorba Linda High School, which is my district. This is one of the high schools that I represent. On May 6, 2025, I brought forward a resolution to the Placentia Yorba Linda School Board to advocate to keep men out of women's sports. Sadly, myself and Todd Frazier were the only two board members who voted in favor of the resolution. The board members who voted no were teachers union funded and supported trustees by the names of Marilyn Anderson, Carrie Buck, and Tricia Quintero. If anyone here believes the teachers union isn't funding and driving issues like what we are facing today up and down our state and in our schools, it is time to wake up. Tricia Quintero, Carrie Buck, and Marilyn Anderson told the girls in this community and the girls across the state, you are not worth fighting for and you are not worth it. Todd Frazier and I say you are absolutely worth it, and everyone here today and those standing behind me says you are worth the fight and we are in it to win it. It doesn't matter to me a person's sexual preference or what they do in their personal lives. That being said, biology is biology. And there are two sexes, male and female. And males should not be participating in women's sports. What has worked for so long is groups supporting causes like having men in women's sports have been able to shut down conversations by calling people racist, homophobic, transphobic, hateful, and bigots, knowing that people will back off to stop damage to their reputations and stop the harassment in their personal lives. Many of us up here have endured this behavior. I've endured it since 2020. We've endured this behavior from the teachers union, from the Democrat Party, and from other organizations. We've received death threats. We've been harassed, but we will not let them stop us. We will not remain quiet, and we will not back down from doing what's right. We will especially not back down from this fight because women, daughters, nieces, grandchildren, neighbors, they are worth protecting. Men should not be participating in women's sports. End of story. Women before us have worked hard to secure our rights to vote and to have a place to compete in athletics. We have earned this right and we deserve it. Womanhood is a birthright. We will not let Sacramento politicians and the teachers union who are funding these very politicians in Sacramento continue to harass, to discriminate, and to do this, what they're doing to our girls in these sports. We will not allow them to go. Our daughters, our women's futures, and their rights depend on it. Today, one female athlete will lose an opportunity, maybe several more, to move forward in CIF because a male has taken her spot. This is unfair and should not be tolerated. We will tolerate this no longer. Shame on CIF and the state for violating Title IX in federal law. We are calling on President Trump for Pam Bondi, for the Department of Education to come and help us out here in California and help our women, help our daughters, help our granddaughters, our nieces, help us. Parents, community, thank you for being here today and supporting our female athletes who've been put in a terrible, unjust situation. Together we will rise and fight for fairness and equality for our female athletes. We will not be silenced. We will not go away. And just like Sonia, I am calling on every school board across this state to be brave and to stand up for females and put these resolutions on your agendas. But I'm going to go a step further. I'm calling for city councils to put this on your agendas. It can't just be school board members that are doing it. We need our city leaders to also stand up because you represent these very females who are being discriminated against. So school boards and city councils, it is time to get in the fight. We will not be silenced and we will not go away. Woo!
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today. It is great to see so many young people at this event. The number of young people just grows and grows and grows, and that's fantastic to see. I'm Allison Foote, treasurer for the Independent Council on Women's Sports and the mother of two daughters who are both CIF multi-sport athletes. ICONS is a network and advocacy group that spans all levels of sport and includes thousands of Olympic, professional, amateur, and club athletes, collegiate and high school athletes, parents, coaches, and administrators. We are experts on sports policy and have consulted with several organizations seeking to provide fair and safe competition for all. We are single-handedly funding 3 lawsuits against the NCAA, and today we call on the CIF to protect girls' rights to fair competition, privacy in the locker room, and safety on the field. The CIF has always known that allowing boys to compete on girls' teams and use their locker rooms was a bad idea. In 2012, in a 2012 memo from then Executive Director Roger Blake to the Federated Council, Blake acknowledges that such a policy would have far-reaching unintended consequences and goes on to construct a review panel to ensure that students not in transition could not attempt to use this issue as an avenue to participation in sports. He recognized, way back then, as any reasonable person would, the danger of the policy being misused. Yet, it passed. And sure enough, 13 years later, boys can essentially self-ID into any girls' sport they want. We're standing outside a stadium where a male is seated first in the girls' high jump, long jump, and triple jump, and there's a boy competing in the girls' 100 and 300 meter hurdles at the D1 prelims just down the freeway. And CIF continues to discriminate against girls despite at least 2 federal rulings since December. One reaffirming that Title IX preempts state law, one vacating Biden's Title IX rule change entirely. All we're asking of the CIF is that they simply follow federal law as they're required to do. CIF, this issue is not complicated. It's made contentious because the concept of gender identity is in direct conflict with the objective reality of sex. You cannot protect female-designated sporting opportunities while handing those very opportunities to men. You cannot assure your female athletes' privacy in the locker room while allowing boys to enter. You cannot hide or obfuscate sex and its impacts in life and not also sign up to hurt the more than 349,000 female athletes entrusted to your care. I heard others talk about the number of boys and girls sports, and I know the opposition likes to say that it's a very small number. The number affected is 349,000. Those are the girls entrusted to CIF's care. That's the number. Just last month, ICONS was instrumental in advocating for the Nevada Interscholastic Activities Association policy change that now ensures female-only participation in girls' high school sports. This was a huge win in Nevada, and that policy will take effect this fall. CIF, too, has an opportunity to show leadership in protecting girls' sports right now. Throughout the country and right here in California, public opinion is overwhelmingly on our side, federal law is on our side, and ICONS will be happy to share our expertise with the CIF when you're ready to honor your commitment to your female athletes. Thank you. I think that's going to wrap it up for the press conference. Thank you again, everybody, for being here, and a huge, huge thank you to Sophia Lorey You are an absolute force. This does not happen but for your leadership, so thank you again. I think the plan is to hand out some flyers with a link to the petition, and then we're going to head inside and watch some awesome